Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 298 of the Level Up program and day number 8 of the Black Belt. If you're new to the program, this is all about my shooting the dice at the craps table on a daily basis, as well as practicing a blue-collar craps style of play. In YouTube, we got checking in so far. We have Roger from OMC Crapsee, we have Rick S. and Joel, JR22, Kick.com. Check that out if you want a little bit more speedier live. And on Kick, we got Red checking in from Michigan. And then I'm also trying out today vertical feeds. So if you guys are on the wrong feed, in the description on the vertical feed, I have it listed as where you can get onto our normal landscape view or the horizontal view. But anyhow, let's get this started. We got 8 people watching on regular YouTube. We got 1 on the vertical streamer now, and we've got 2 people on the Kick side of things. We got Jeff and ND checking in on Kick as well. If you watched yesterday, we hit the small. Good morning, Jen. How you doing? She has a yawn emoji up there, so she's just waking up. But anyhow, yesterday, if you checked in, we hit the small, and we had 2 really good rolls and 1 not so good to start off. But we had pretty good averages, and we'll cover that later on in the stream towards the end, what our averages are for the black belt so far going forward, or going up to date now. But anyway, let's get started here. We're going to go on Crapsee. Again, I'm practicing a $15 table. Good morning, Jason Nielsen checking in on YouTube. We're playing with a $15 table, so we're just going to go a $15 pass line bet to start off with. And I'm a little tongue-tied today because I have extra screens to look at with all the different things that are going on my monitors. So anyhow, $15 pass line bet. We're not going to do a craps check. We are not going to do a 5-5-5 to start off with. I did not do any warm-up rolls today because I was busy setting up this vertical stream. But hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get things going a little bit smoother. 7 people playing in Crapsee. We'll go all bets set here. I'm going to start off with a 3-2-3-6 dice set. Again, we're sticking to that 3V dice set, and we're going to alternate between the cousin 1 and cousin 2 sets as the rolls go out here. So 3-2-3-6. Let's get the day started. And we're using the white dice again. And the left one did stick, but we have a 4-1-5. That's the trucking camper. So that'll be our first point. Let me get KPI roll tracker engaged really quick. And that did not work, did it? I don't know. Yes, it did. Okay, awesome. A little bit slow, but... And we're going to get in a good pattern or pace going forward here in just 1 second. So point is 5. We're going to go with our 88 inside bet level. And we're going to put $15 on the 4 and $15 on that 5 or 10. So we got 15 on the 4 and 10. We got 24 on the 6 and 8, 20 on that 9. And we are not going to do any pass line odds. That was a double pitch on that left die, and that was a single pitch on the right die. So ultimately, it was a single pitch of the dice, and that is a safe result. And let's do this one. So let's go all bets set here. Make sure you press that I am ready button when you're ready. If you're just joining in on the vertical feed, we are playing along on Crapsee here. And Crapsee is an app that you guys can either play for free or you can pay a monthly fee of $5. Let's go all bets set here. 3-2-3-6. And dice out. Yeah, we got a 1-3-4. That's the Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So 4 will be our second roll, our second roll after the point has been hit. And that's going to be a inside pressure from that because we're bringing back $27 to the rack from there. So we're going to inside pressure. So we'll bring that 6, 8, and 9 up one more unit. So 6 and 8 is at $30, 9's at $25. The 4 and 10 is still at $15. Good morning, Cajun Craps checking in. I think I said hi to everybody else so far. And let's go all bets set here. By the way, that was a implosion of that left die. And that was a primary on the right side, so that is still a safe result. So we're going to stick with the 3236. And again, we're going to do 2,000 throws with the 3V dice set before we switch over to the 2V dice set. Not all today, though, obviously. So all bets set here, dice out. And we got a 4-4 hard 8 square pair. That was not very good mechanics there. It kind of hit the mixing bowl and it went right around the corner. But we will take that result. That is the square pair, the hard 8. And that'll be our second hit here. So that is perfect for us because that will give us enough to get out of the shooter here. Now, I was kind of playing around with different facts and figures last night, and normally what I want to do is I want to get 2 to 3 rolls to get out of the shooter and be at that profit or break even stage. And what I was doing then is I was doing a either like a 66 inside or something like that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our bets down here. We have $62 brought back to the rack currently. And one of the things that was happening when I was down in Joliet last time is Rich, who is Corey's friend, Sith Lord SP's friend, and he was playing a stack to 5, 6, 8 iron cross type strategy. So I did some numbers, and I can get into this for $51 to start off with. Actually, be a little bit more than that. It'll be $66 here because we have that 5 as a pass line. So let's go $15 on the field. We'll go 18 on the 6, 18 on the 8. And that's going to be a total of $66. I'm sorry, $66 on the table. So now what happens is, good morning, Victor. So now what happens is if a field will hit, he would press up the 5, 6, and 8. And then if the 5, 6, or 8 would hit, that would only be a collect. So that would obviously be enough on the table to cover that field bet. But we're just going to keep on leveling up the 5, 6, 8 and bringing money back to the rack when those 3 numbers hit. So let's call that all bet set. We have 66 on the table, 62 brought back to the rack. And this is going to be roll number 4 for the shooter. And that was a primary hit on the bottom of the dice. So let's go all bet set here and dice out. Yeah, we got a 314 Big Joe from Crapsee Journey again. So that is our first repeat dice combination for the day. This time was a primary on top on that left side, and that was a single pitch on the right side. So that's ultimately a single pitch of the dice. So that field bet will pay out there. So what that's going to do is we're going to keep that $15 on the field, but we're going to pressure up the 8 and the 6 1 unit each. So that means that we brought a little bit back to the rack, and we're going to put the rest of it on the 6 and 8. So we have got $77 brought back to the rack, 78 on our table. So we're only into the shooter for $1. So that's not too bad after only 4 throws of the dice, and we already got $78 pretty much for free here. So let's call that all bets set here and dice out. Got 8 people watching the vertical feed. If you're new to the Crapsee Journey Level Up program, if you check the description, you can get on the landscape or the regular YouTube feed. I have a link in the description there. And we'll go all bets set, dice out. And we have a 2, 4, 6. That is the Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. So this is where that stacking up the 6, 8 will work out nicely here. So what happens is now we're going to lose that $15 field bet, but we brought $28 back to the rack. So we're going to take 15 of that 28, put it back up on the field, and we're just going to keep the 6 and 8 as it is right now. So $90 brought back to the rack. 78 on a table, and the blue collar craps goal today is to get $150, so that'll bring us up to $2,900 for our bankroll. And if I was to take everything off the table right now, I would be roughly $23 short. Actually, no, we're gonna go $29.50 is the $150 mark. So we are just about $63 short of that $150 goal if I took everything off the table. That was a 2-1, so that was a single pitch of the left die, and that was a single pitch of the right die. So that was ultimately a primary in the front face. Good morning, Kevin Smith checking in. And $18 on the 5. I did not do $18 on the 5, Jen. I have that $15 pass line bet right now. So I meant to say $18 on the 6 and 8. So let's call that all bets set and dice out. 3, 2, 3, 6. And we got a 3, 2, 5. That is the Justice 5. So how appropriate, Justice Jen is in the chat right now. So that would be our points. We hit the point, and we coming out looking for a new point now. We did lose that field bet, so that was a wash on that bet there. So no gain, no loss. And again, we're going to stick with that $15 pass line bet. That was a primary hit on the left side. That was a explosion on the right side. So yesterday, if you watched, we were doing a lot of exploding of the dice. Either one die or both die were exploding, majority of our throws. That is the first explosion of the dice that we've had today. And you are right. It is craps is a negative expectation game, Victor. But there's different ways that you can do bet according to how you're shooting for the day, and hopefully increase your odds of winning a little bit. But if you follow along with the blue collar craps, the big thing is to get to your goal, get off the table, and call that the session or call that the day or whatever your goal is. So make sure you get there and you get off the table as soon as you can, because the longer you're at the table, the more of a chance the casino has of getting your money back. So $15 pass line bet. We're looking for a new point coming out here. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice out. And we got a 314 Big Joe from Wisconsin this time. Wow, okay. That is our third 314 for the day out of 6 throws. So 50% of the throws are a 314. How ironic is that? How nice is that you're actually repeating, that I'm actually repeating dice combinations. So I'm not going to work out the come off, Victor, but anyhow, we're going $15 on that field bet. And let's pick up the 5 for $15. Nope, we're not going to pick that up until we hit a field. So our next field hit, we'll pick up that 5. Right now we've got extra money on the 4 since that is the pass line. And again, that was a primary on that left die. That was a single pitch on the right die. So ultimately it's a single pitch of the dice, and all bets set. Dice up. And again, we're working on mechanics today as well. And we got a 617, ouch. So that roll came to an end. We did not make a lot of money off of it, but we definitely did not lose money. So we made a little bit of profit on the first roll, and we were only at 8 rolls long. So just the touch over average. Normally my MO is to have a short first roll, and then we usually pick it up after that. So let's see if we can keep it going. And again, we're going to go with a $15 pass line. Actually, we're going to go $20 this time. This time we're going to pick up the ATS for 555, and we're going to go with a $3 craps check. So that craps check will cover the pass line if a 2 or 3 or 12 rolls. If the 7 or 11 rolls, the 7 rolls, that $20 pass line will cover the craps check and the ATS bets. And if it 11 rolls, that's a $6 profit as we're starting right here. Remember, blue collar craps is a lower